Welcome to boxing and BS. Gloves up, mouths running, put that heart to the test. Touch gloves, then we talk slick. West side, Jimmy chain link. Scuff floor, little blood drip. Old coach saying bend, don't flinch. Hand wraps hanging like gang flag. Mitts pop, then we half laugh. Heard you legendary on the timeline. In real life, you just hashtag. They bet bread on a big bark. Phone out trying to make a clip spark. You post rounds, we post rounds. One gets views, one hits jaws. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the hands speak louder than the flex. All that talk better back it when you step, cause in this ring we don't care about your reps. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the sweat write truth on your chest. Run your mouth, then you better run your legs for the bell ring now, then you meet that test. Cardio killing that clown talk. Last lap, see who still walk. You skip rope for the TikTok. We skip rope to the lights dark. Big chain, but your chin weak. All cap, you just big tweets. You shadow box in the Gucci belt. Before quick when the leather felt. We got bruise bags, split lips. Real love in the rough gym. Trash talk and we touch fists. Same one swinging, gon' hug quick. That's culture, that's contrast. Real skill, not a fake stat. West side where the smoke at. We mix jabs with a loud laugh. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the hands speak louder than the flex. All that talk better back it when you step, cause in this ring we don't care about your reps. Welcome to boxing and BS, where the sweat write truth on your chest. Run your mouth, then you better run your legs for the bell ring out and you meet that test. Yeah. Gloves up. All bark. Say less. Send a ring. We gon' see who blessed. Crowd loud. Heartbeat in your chest. Welcome to the test. Welcome to boxing and BS. Welcome to boxing and BS. Welcome to boxing and BS.
Welcome to the late night hype boxing talk. Yeah, happy Friday, y'all. Man, we're gonna get it in. I go a little later than I expected, but you know, I gotta bring y'all this content. I'm so passionate about boxing. I just love talking with y'all, man. So that's why I'm up here. But yeah, okay. So it's 9 on the West Coast. I guess just after midnight on the East. Shout out to everyone who's tapped in. But yes, we have things to talk about. First and foremost, being I do not understand why people are well, I do understand why. Let me be real about it because I'm observant. I understand why people would fabricate the narrative that Crawford is about to return and all this Boots beef and all that. Oh, he ducked him, this, and that. Okay, for views, right? So I do get it. But I'm going to say that's some fake ass shit, right? That's what I'm going to say. I'm not dissing nobody in particular. That's what I'm going to say. That's a fake ass narrative, man. It's just, yeah, I mean, it feels good because, you know, they had that that little entanglement, no Tutti Frutti, no Jada Pinkett Smith, but they had a little, you know, they couldn't come to terms while they were both at 147. You feel me? So I understand where it stems from. To me, is again disingenuous. I can't curse yet. Shout out to YouTube. Anyone pulling up, like and subscribe. We're gonna get unfiltered a little later, but you know, it's not some real. I don't put any substance into that narrative that Crawford ducked Boots, or that even now that he's afraid to fight him, that's why he's tired. That's not real, champ. I mean, come on, we understand. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm a different judge of character than people, and people are just naive. But I look at it like this: like, I can read a dude off top, and Bud seems like a real MF to me. Again, I can't curse yet, but Bud seems like a real MF to me. He doesn't seem like he would say, "Oh, I'm retired," just because he's trying to avoid a certain fight. People said the same thing about the Canelo rematch. I heard that narrative in the street. That's not real, champ. So, anybody disputing that, please hit the link and pull up. I love to be proven wrong. I'm open to learn. I'm a fan like y'all. Yeah, I'm not a professional fighter, but no, that seems super fake to me. The narrative that he is ducking either Boots or Canelo, and that's why he's not coming out of retirement. Man, that's not real. Anyone who can substantiate that, please pull up. Okay, we got quite a few people in the building. Shout out to y'all. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And no pressure at all. I don't expect it. But if you feel so inclined, hit the Cash App bottom of the screen, CJ Rich 2026. And I appreciate everyone for just pulling up. And please share this. Get more people tapped in because I'm just a boxing fan like y'all. I'm going off the dome. And yeah, I'm not going to leave this shit alone. Bars. Shout out to my man Counterpunch. I got that from him. But yeah, that's clean Friday. In any event, okay. So we're talking about, you see the headline, you see the thumbnail, Crawford and Boots. The narrative that Crawford was avoiding Boots. Again, let me reiterate, to me is bunk. That's some fake shit. I don't buy into that at all. And yeah, he just comes again as a judge of character. He comes across as a genuine dude, and that when he says he's retired, he is. Like, I hear a lot of, and I don't want to say, I don't want to say anything out of line too soon, but y'all know I'll speak the real at all times. But I'm still trying to get monetized. But I will say this: I'm gonna keep it real without triggering those YouTube terms, and I'm gonna say I hear a lot of narrative about oh, this fighter did it, so who's to say that Crawford won't do it? Who's to say he won't do like Floyd and just come out of retirement a couple of years later? Judge the man for the man himself. That's what I want to say, and that's actually the best way I could put it. I'm glad I didn't even get my feet dirty. But real quick, we're gonna you see the tab up there, fair use. But shout out to the content creator, Fight Tip, and we gonna see if y'all recall. I'll preface it like this: if y'all recall, Boots Ennis helped Canelo prepare for Crawford, right? So now we got the inverse. We got a Terrence Crawford transgender Zayas ahead of Jerron Ennis fight. And I ain't seen nobody put this up yet. I thought it was unique. Again, shout out Fight Tip, fair use. So y'all peep game.
Play football. God, and trying to maintain the weight now. Do we go to the final stretch, which is the weight cut on fight week?
Terrence Crawford has linked up in camp with Xander Zayas, helping him prepare for what many consider the biggest fight of his career. But the situation has sparked major debate across the boxing world.
Sorry for the AI voice, but it does show, something that I haven't.
What makes it even more shocking is,
something I haven't seen people commentate on yet. Terrence Crawford and the camp of Xander Zayas, turnabout is fair play. Let's go, fair use.
Is that while Crawford is working closely with Zayas in training, refining his skills and observing him round by round, he has also openly expressed doubts about whether Zayas is truly ready for this level of challenge. Speaking ahead of the bout, Crawford didn't soften his words, describing it as a difficult matchup and then adding a statement that immediately caught attention. He suggested that, at this moment, it may still be a bit too soon for him. And when you really think about it, it stands out even more, because one of the most accomplished fighters of this generation is seeing him up close in preparation, yet still not completely convinced he is prepared for what's coming next.
It's a tough fight, especially for Xander at this point in his career, but it shows his heart and his confidence, that he has in himself, and he's ready to go make history for his country. He's going to do real well in that fight.
Again, I preface this. In my intro, I said I read people very well, and since he's in camp with them and at such a high level in terms of boxing IQ and experience, I'm reading between the lines. You know what I mean? So peep game. I say that to say it seems like I'm not saying he's going to say Xander's going to lose, but it's going to be tough with him and his style and his lack of experience to deal with a guy like Boots. I'm not saying Boots' resume blows us out the water, but he's comparing styles and like how he would approach it. Like I believe that Terrence Crawford believes he would have a tougher time with Boots than with Xander. So I think even though he's in the camp helping him, he's just keeping it real and he's saying, yeah, it's going to be tough for him. And let's continue. Again, I'm watching this in real time with y'all, fair use. And we're not going to go through the whole 17 minutes of AI, but it is interesting to see, Crawford's point of view being inside the camp. So let's keep pushing. Shout out Fight Tip. Fair use.
I think, right now, it's a little bit too early for him.
So the real question goes beyond who comes out on top. It becomes why Crawford is involved in the first place if he genuinely feels Zayas may be stepping into something far too advanced too early. That contradiction is exactly what makes this scenario so unusual, because this isn't just another fight being promoted. It's a high-stakes risk that could completely reshape the 154-pound landscape in a single night. And the more closely it's examined, the more layered it becomes. Zayas is no longer simply a rising name.
Okay, just to break it up and provide some more commentary. Yeah, it seems that was exactly what Crawford was getting at. He said they might be a little bit early. And again, he's in the motherfucker's camp. So he has a good eye on it, right? And he's a high-level fighter, a generational fighter at that. So let's go. Fair use. Shout out Fight Tip.
He's already a champion, still unbeaten, and carrying the weight of massive expectations from an entire boxing community. At just 23 years old, he's being shaped into Puerto Rico's next global standout, the type of fighter who doesn't just attract attention but commands long-term belief and investment from fans watching his rise.
Okay, we can cut it at that because I'm not feeling the AI. I do apologize, y'all. I hate when you actually sit down and do this shit. You know how lazy that fucking AI commentary is, just typing some shit up. But in any event, I did want to give y'all a peek at Crawford's opinion because he's in the mix, right? They have Boots calling them out, and I know everyone has been talking about that this week. I'm a little tardy to the party, but I wanted to give you a different perspective from Crawford being inside Zayas' camp, as opposed to just saying, "Oh, Boots is saying he ducked him," and going with a polarizing narrative. I try to keep it real up here. So shout out to y'all in the building, everyone that's watching, man. I know it's late night hype. Some people are probably out and about, younger than me. Friday, 9:20 on the West Coast, past midnight on the East. So wherever you are, wherever you tapping in from, salute to you. But we got a few things to discuss tonight. Moving on. So we saw the Patty Donovan and Karen fight, did we not? That was surprising to me, but I'm not asking y'all to pat me on the back, but I kind of predicted that, right? And not predicted, I won't say that, but I like to highlight the B side fighter. So I brought attention to Patty Donovan last night. That's what I actually did. Okay. So I didn't say I chose him to win, but I brought attention to him. So shout out to him, destroyed Karen. And that just, kind of puts a bow on it. It goes full circle with what people were talking about with Boots, because people were giving a lot of props to the Boots fight before this, the Boots and Karen. I can't pronounce his last name. You know what to see. But maybe the victory didn't age as well as we thought it would. So, shit, that's interesting. We can also talk about that. Karen got wiped out, man. Wipe out, like that 80s White Boy Surfer song. In any event, see, I'm gonna start to get a little looser. When I hit that half hour, I'm gonna take the filter all the way off. But shout out to everyone already in the building. Y'all please like, subscribe, share, comment if you will. And you see the link pinned up there. Anyone want to pull up? We can talk general boxing. I got a few more things I want to talk about, but I just wanted to be consistent. I hear people asking me to go live every day, so I'm trying to keep up with that. Not to not to pat myself on the back, but people do want to hear what I got to say about boxing. So, with that being said, the next big fight tomorrow. Well, we got a couple, right? So let's double down on what we started discussing last night in Keyshawn Davis versus Nahiro Albright, the rematch, right? And I think I still got this up here. Oh, I know, and not everyone saw last night's live, so we'll go through it. The highlights of their first fight in real time, and yeah, so we're gonna analyze this, right? Because I think this is like the next, like it's a make or break thing for Keyshawn, right? Let me preface it. Let me give you the intro. He got a fight in his hometown. After he blew it last time, he oh yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't touch on the fact that he kind of missed weight, but he made it on his next attempt. So hey, the fight is going down. He ended up making weight, so I don't want to disparage a young man. Some people say the scales were off. That's why several people miss weight. I wasn't back there, champ. I was doing my thing over here in Cali. So I don't know about all that. I'm glad he was able to eventually make weight. And with all that being said, let's go to the first fight highlights. Fair use, shout out Boxing Mojo.
He has came into this match, and the last guy he faced was
Valderas, the Olympian. He beat and gave Loma all he could handle. He beat Michael Dutchover, who was 15-1, and now they say, all right, take on the kid who many believe is the future of the lightweight division, and here he is in against Keyshawn.
Trying to adjust to the speed of Wu, but sooner or later there was the right hand right there.
I'll reiterate, his timing is excellent. I like how he's mixing it up to the body and head. That is Keyshawn. I mean, he's the assumed favorite, right? So if anyone has a counter argument, tell me, because I do favor Keyshawn going into this. I think the main question people are asking is if Key is going to stop him or not. Anyone who has a counter argument, I think maybe a late stoppage, but I'm going to say cards, man. People don't like that because he does have some hammers on him, right? He has the power, but I think he's going to be, I don't want to say overly safe, but he's going to be smart. He's going to tag him definitely, like you've seen in the first fight, put some power behind it, but he's not going to overexpose himself and say, I got to get the stoppage. If it happens, it happens. That's extra props from me. But the bar I set it at is a unanimous decision for Key, and then move forward in your hometown. Let's go, baby. Fair use. Shout out Boxing Mojo.
Just missed off the mark.
A little double flick with the right hand from Keyshawn Davis. You see the speed from breast cancer. So he's bringing that to light in her memory. It's got quotes from the members of his family. Just quick
Sorry,
hands from Keyshawn Davis. Nice left from Nahir Albright.
Saw the right hand was going to come, and Woos did a great job just stepping inside the pocket to cover himself.
For a fighter like Keyshawn Davis, because he's in there with an athletic fighter who's got quick hands.
I like how he probes with the jab. It seems like he has a high level IQ to set up shit. He's going to go upstairs, downstairs, measure the distance, and see where you're vulnerable. And yeah, he's getting them to the body with the jab, and that's setting shit up top. Let's go. Fair use.
Our fight card as we lead into our middleweight main event, which will feature
A little dirty business there.
He's dropping feints. He does a nice jab.
His ground. Those are the things you have to do against a young fighter with the skill and the moxie. You saw Keyshawn Davis take a peek up. There's a giant screen behind.
Great guard. It's almost like he had a lot of study on old boy. Like he knew he's going to go with body down here on my left, and then come up top. Okay, so he had him studied well. I hope y'all can peep that, man. I've been watching the shit for a long time, and I'm not the smartest motherfucker when it comes to boxing, but hey, peep game. We watch it in real time. Yeah. He guarded the body, and then he was going to come up top, with his left. Let's go.
Behind us, and do what they're doing in the ring.
Ooh, nice right hand over the top right there. Just beautiful timing right there, catching Wu as he was stepping right onto his front foot to engage.
He would do stuff that left people saying, woo. So that's how he got his nickname. The businessman, Keyshawn Davis, his nickname is because
doesn't mean that he has to fight. He's just taking his time right now. Yes, turn around to work. Still his back. But at the same time, you don't want to get Wu confident. He does. When he shoots his jab, he goes back on his back foot, puts his head back there.
Let me say this real quick. Shout out everyone in the building. Please like, subscribe. You want to get the Cash App at the bottom of the screen, $ CJ Rich 2026. But to get to the point, I like how Keyshawn is being defensively responsible and also aggressive. That's what I like about his style. Like, he's somewhere in between, like, I would say a stereotypical, no racist. Let me preface it with that. A stereotypical come forward Mexican flat foot pressure fighter. He's not flat footed, but you know what I mean, the stereotype. And someone who is responsible and is not trying to get tagged too much. Now, I know he hasn't been stellar. Maybe like I put him at a B+/A-. Maybe he hasn't been like super standout because he hasn't had the names on his resume to really test him yet. But the eye test, and I'm the eye test guy. I like it, man. I just hope he can get his mind together outside the ring, and maybe he will get the stoppage. But it should be a decisive victory, champ, is what I'm gonna say. So with that, we're gonna keep cooking. Fair use.
Try to turn his shoulder, the right hand. There it is again, over the top.
Trying to catch it. Looking good. Give him a couple more times and then switch it.
Shout out my man Jersey Bob, aka R. Conyer, in the building. Said Albright all night whooping Davis 12-round UD. We shall see. We're less than 24 hours away. I know I'm on the late night hype. But shout out to people who are here. I just got to be consistent. I'm doing it for the love of the game. So shout out to y'all, man. Shout out Jersey Bob. We disagree on that one. I'll definitely let you know that. But I appreciate you. Let's go.
Keyshawn Davis told us, after my last fight, I was crouching in pain. And then I went in there, I trained so hard. Output and his performance, and we're going to see the control right now. The IBF World Champions gloves that he'll be using in the unification bout tonight, back home to Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan finishing up the wrapping there. Russ Amber to do that, and you'll see it in tonight's main event. There's that jab from...
Amazing. Keyshawn was just on the undercard. You see them wrapping Janabek's hands while he's fighting. They cut away. Let's go. Okay, so that's too long ago. That's interesting, though. His career trajectory now, he's the man in his hometown. And I hope he gets it done, man. I hope the best for the young man. Let's go. Fair use.
The reason, Tim, is a lot of guys can take a headshot, but when you get hit downstairs, it's a different type.
So if you go down to the body, you're going to hit something.
Ooh, actually hit the body there on Davis. Bradley to explain why he's not on the ring apron for this fight and is allowing Esau Dieguez.
Albright was digging to the body. He was ferocious on that one.
We always talk about B&B, Bomac and Bud Crawford. It's a team there, and Esau Dieguez and Red Spike do a lot of the work. Don't get a lot of the credit. You see how slick and how powerful those shots to the body are from Keyshawn Davis after Albright got off.
It is again. Anytime Wu goes into the high guard, you should expect offense coming back with Keyshawn. The Albright had the herky-jerky style, moving his hips.
As a former pro wrestler, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that the nickname Wu is funny as fuck. Shout out Ric Flair. Woo!
Getting him lunging now. We were starting to lunge, but Keyshawn, there it is, a left hook. That's what I was waiting on. And he's going to have more of that, especially when Wu throws.
Here, Albright, who is a great singer, actually. Nice right hand. And you saw the legs of Albright start to shake. And here is Keyshawn Davis. All right, still has his legs under him.
See that post right there? Just lining it up. That his technique is starting.
All right. Pause for the cause. We got Jersey Bob back in the building. Shout out to you. What'd he say? Davis has multiple strikes against him. Disappointing crowd. I'll give you that. Miss weight, had to lose weight. Yeah, 0.2 or 0.1, whatever you want to say. Excuse me. Isn't egregious. Jump Albright in locker room after he beat his brother. Yeah. So that's why I like a redemption arc. You feel me? If you understand, a young man can bounce back. You know what I mean? Especially like I think he's in his late 20s. I don't think he's in his 30s yet. So yeah, I would rather like be encouraging and give the fighter credit. Like he may bounce back, put on a showcase performance in his hometown, and even if it is undersold, which I understand that as far as I know it is, if he puts on a great performance, the knockout or the UD and just really look spectacular, then he will get more. He would obviously not might. He would get more motion next time. They would be more apt to put more fights in his hometown. So that's where I'm at with it, man. I'm trying to look positive. And maybe you are an Albright fan. Maybe you're a Keyshawn hater. I don't know. I'm calling you either one, but I'd rather wish well on the young man because I do think he has star potential. Alan Day was saying it over on Marco. He got the mouthpiece, you know what I mean, to sell some shit. And so I hope he gets it over the hump, man. I don't want to just write him off because of a bad night in my 20s because I had quite a few of those. That's really where I'm coming from. But let's continue with the highlights from Keyshawn Albright. Number 1, fair use. We can get a perspective on how the second fight might go.
To falter, his form is starting to go by the wayside. That's exactly what's happening in the Wu right now. He's breaking down.
You're leading with your head. Lead with your jab. Stop, duck, duck. Fucking your head first.
And if I ain't being safe enough, fair use. Shout out Boxing Mojo. This is good content though, man. I'm enjoying this. I haven't seen this all the way through.
The unofficial scorecard. What do you have it, Tim? It's not always
a terrific counterpuncher. Look at that right hand. Right.
Yes, counterpuncher. I would term him as a boxer puncher. But he's putting them things together, right? He's putting some combinations on him. He's looking for his opening, trying to time it, and he got the hand speed and the footwork to be on balance and really come out of motherfucker. So that's what I really see in him. Again, fair use.
Right there, attempt over the jab, or the double jabs of Wu. Got his head off the line. Woof, just missed off the mark, but check this out. See, those are advanced moves right there. Those are subtle moves that you don't see, in real time.
At the end of the night, they continue to pile up points, and you see how he is now switching his time
with Albright right now.
You see the counter right once again.
That was a catch and shoot right there. You catch the punch on the right side and you throw the punch that you caught.
Man, you ain't got nothing I want to hear.
It's a fight.
Oh, yeah. No better time I've had to drop this fucking bite than now. Commentator said it's a fight.
Well, it's a fight. So whatever happens, happens. Well, it's a fight. So whatever happens, happens.
Yeah. Shout out to my favorite boxer of all time, Mike Tyson. Fuck it. It's a fight. So whatever happens, happens. Fair use. We're going to keep digging into this first fight. Shout out to y'all.
It's because of counterpunching.
Yeah, in the corner they showed Wu, you leading with your head, not with your jab.
Good body shot right there from Wu.
We need you to counter over his jab. His shit getting slower. All right? He's breaking down.
We're in round 6 of a scheduled 10-round fight. This leads us to a world title unification. Vincenzo Gualtieri, referee James Green did deduct 1 point from each fighter in the second fight of the night, so he does not play around. So both guys are going to have to be careful with that. Wu letting his hands go here in the 6th round. But then he gets caught with that overhand right.
Nice uppercut in the inside short. And Wu
Oh, my bad, y'all. I was on me. Shout out Jersey Bob in the chat. He said, as a former wrestling star, could you survive a Tim Bradley headbutt? Yes, I believe I can. I got a thick skull, no tootie, but that's funny as fuck. Shout out Rob, man. Happy Friday to you, and hey, it's Saturday actually for you. So, keep the Sabbath holy, my homie. Let's go. Fair use.
Keyshawn's just stalking at this point. Good jab. A power jab from Keyshawn Davis, and sets up that 1-2. That's high praise. Huge expectations to be able to do what round 6 is in the books between. We're going to buy you one of those hats. I don't know if they make them in your size.
They might do. I think they do. Come on now.
Oh, 30 more punches. He's at the halfway point of what Keyshawn has been able to land so far. One of those punches from Keyshawn, though, did cause a cut over the left eye.
Albright's training. What do you do to change the course of this fight, change its rhythm? He goes, I need my guy to pick up the pace.
That's a tall order against a fighter who can counter as well as Keyshawn does.
Exactly, and that's what's happening right now. He's shutting him down. Yes. Everything you do, and he fights on his terms only. Just because you're throwing a lot of punches doesn't mean that he's going to throw a lot of punches. He's going to tie you up. He's going to step inside.
Mike Labonte feels he's got the cut under control, but now it's starting to actually bleed.
Yeah. Again, you see the technique right there, and you see those things. So he's letting them gas out a bit, and just he's looking for counters just like that. Clean, effective punching.
I can't see. It's a very small cut, but Nair Albright in his career,
you can get hit.
And I will say, I gotta respect Albright. He's a good challenger. You see how he was putting things together. So it's not just a Keyshawn fan fest. And nigga hit him with the uppercut and the hook. Y'all right? Actually, we're gonna run that if y'all don't peek that.
Nair Albright in his career,
you can get hit in the right spot, and it can deter your vision.
Great performance. Pitbull Cruz, Frank Martin is there, so he really wants to prove that. Maybe it's that urgency that Nair Albright is feeling with the blood, with the issue, with his vision.
Just waiting on Keyshawn to turn it up. I don't know if he's going to wait one more round.
All right, real quick, let's reflect on that. That's interesting. They're saying that Albright turned up his pressure because he said, oh, I'm fucking cut. You know what I mean? I don't want to get it stopped, so I need to be more aggressive than I otherwise would have. Will that be the same case in this fight? That remains to be seen. That's food for thought. Bars. Shout out Boxing Mojo. Fair use. Thanks for the footage, man.
Let Wu weaken a little bit more.
52% clip on his power punches tonight. He's landing at 43%. Not up to his standards. That's a nice right hand. Albright reels backwards. Time is his best ally, but his enemy Davis comes in and catches a right hand from Nair Albright.
No, I like how Albright measured that because Keyshawn thought he had him hurt, possibly. Came in maybe a little too aggressive on that one. So I'm sure he's been studying this footage, but he caught him. Hold on, let's run that back. Got him, Pete. Let's go. Praise.
Not up to his standards. That's a nice right hand. Albright reels backwards. Time is his best ally, but his enemy.
So that counter, and then he had to fucking snuggle him. No tootie. But he had to fucking clinch. Let's go.
Davis comes in and catches a right hand from Nair Albright.
Very heard snake is a deadly
I
snake.
like how they thugging it out, man. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't bitch made. Much as y'all want to say about that young fighters. I'll leave the subtext out. But no, Keyshawn, he thugging it out, man, with another brother. Let's go.
Hey, work your catch and shoot when y'all on the inside like that. Work your catch and shoot, but give me defense after your punches.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to understand that Albright hurts.
Ooh, that timing was impeccable. You see how he fucking rocked his head? Like, that's the one you get hit clean with. You know, I've never been in a fight. No, when somebody hit you clean. Yeah. Your head might go this way or that way. Yeah, that was great timing, impeccable.
Snake is a deadly snake. And, you know, Keyshawn Davis on his way in. Perfect setup.
It just goes to show you can never take anything for granted. Mark, we're in round number 9. What's your score after 8 full rounds?
80-72. I still have a shutout by Keyshawn despite that round.
Yo, he was putting too much sauce on it, but I get it. Crazy.
See that right hand as Keyshawn was stepping straight back. Wu came in with a jab, and then he'll turn it up later in the fight and land something significant and try to hurt him. See, all defense.
Albright, though. I don't know if Keyshawn's corner said, hey, you got this, just box. That rare ability to fight off the ropes. Gets off the ropes, turns here Albright.
Let's take a moment to note that this was a 10-round fight, and if I'm not mistaken, the next one will be 12. While I let this play out, I'm gonna look it up and confirm for y'all, but I believe definitely the next one is gonna be 12 rounds. So that might also be a factor. Let's go. It's just another wrinkle to consider when you analyze the fight. Fair use.
Albright stepping on the gas right now, showing he has heart.
You got to plant your feet. Let your hands go, baby.
Got to give Nair Albright a lot of credit because other fighters, just out of frustration, Tim would have folded, but Albright has
to land.
Nice left from Davis. Albright.
He's here 1 minute, go on the next. Albright gets a little bit too relaxed. He's gonna run into something.
Let me say this shit, champ, because I like this source, Boxing Mojo. Shout out to you. But I say that to say I think the highlights have been pretty balanced. He's shown the best of both fighters, rather. And I haven't seen, like, why I do agree Keyshawn is definitely winning. I wouldn't say it's been a fucking washout the way the commentators were trying to say. And that's why I watch my fights on mute, because I know what I'm looking at. I don't need a biased take to color my opinion. So shout out to y'all boxing veterans. I don't consider myself a historian, but I definitely know enough that I can watch it on mute, and so I don't get biased by the commentators. And 95% of the time, that's how I do it, unless I'm, out in public for a casual fight. But yeah, let's go, fair use. Albright is doing better than they give him credit for.
You see the footwork on our ESPN Plus undercard. So this is a fighting family, and this is a moment for Davis to take over. That lingering issue since the Olympics that Keyshawn Davis has been dealing with. He said he hired a personal chef to be with him this entire camp, felt better than ever. How your body's going to react. Oh, nice counter from Nair Albright, taking it to Keyshawn Davis here in round 10.
There it is, letting them hands.
You see? So, like I was alluding to just a couple minutes ago, he's a game opponent. You can't just say this is nothing. And if he is dominant or stops the dude, then I want to hear him get credit, man. I don't want to hear people hating like, oh, yeah, he already beat him. The rematch shouldn't even been in question. He was in the zone. I don't want to hear any of them bitch-made-ass excuses. Yeah, now I can let my tongue slap. No tootie. But I can really, put it out there what I really feel. Like, I don't want to hear any cowardice, like revisionist history, like, oh, that's what he should have done. No, give him credit for what he does, because this is a tough fight, man. And you can see it now as we're watching it in real time. Fair use.
Let's go. I told you.
You have to say, great finish from Nair Albright over the last, getting those hands to land on the chin of Keyshawn Davis. And here Albright has 7 knockouts and 6 wins. This fight comes to an end. They go after the bell.
You know, Keyshawn Davis, I tell you, something was wrong. You know, he wasn't let his hands go at the end, but look at the beginning of the fight. This was all about counterpunching, taking his time, put your footwork, great back foot.
Okay, cool. So we've seen that. I wouldn't say Bradley ain't about being wrong. He got tagged, so we got a little more cautious. He wasn't bitch made. He was still, in there working. But yeah, he just had to adjust his approach. He said, "I'm ahead on the cards. I'm relax a little bit, be a little more defensively responsible." All right, champ. So enough with the shenanigans. Not shenanigans, but moving on to the next topic. We got. I found this funny. Okay, so there's a little bit of boxing, a little bit of BS. Because I fuck with Rohan Polanco, but my nigga. Okay, y'all can see this. Let me verify. Yes. All right, we're gonna keep cooking. Again, I'm doing this for fun on the late night hype, just to stay consistent. But y'all follow me. This is on Twitter, right? It's officially working with Top Rank Promotions, WBO number 6 ranked boxer Rohan Polanco, looking for sponsors and fight week collabs for his upcoming fight in Puerto Rico on May 30th. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he is from Puerto Rico. I'm not clowning you, homie. Not at all. I fuck with Coach Bermudez and all that. I'm just, I found it notable that he's fighting in Puerto Rico and they're doing like crowdfunding for that. I thought he had more motion. I feel he should have more motion. That's what I'll say. Let me frame it in a positive light. I feel he should have more promotion, but y'all bear with me because it's like price points for the spots, for the sponsor spots on his trunks, which I actually think is creative. It's entrepreneurial. There's another word I'm thinking of, but that's definitely thinking outside the box. You know what I mean? I'm like this space. It's like a billboard, right? He got 5 billboards on his trunks. Yeah, right. I feel that. That's yeah. Shout out to you for being groundbreaking and creative, innovative. That was the word I'm looking for. Okay, let's go. And I say here, the next champion, global stage, Rohan Polanco, ranked number 6 by WBO, so he's right there in title contention. Yeah, right. It's not always the number 1 dude that gets a shot. It could be 2 or 3. Top ranked prospect, yes. Exciting, explosive, undefeated, representing the Dominican Republic. I'm not trying to troll nobody. I'm using my best Spanish accent out of respect. Built for greatness. Your brand, his journey, our legacy. Be part of something bigger. I think that's pretty good promotion, man. I'm gonna be real. I actually like that. So whoever Chevy Red is, it looks official tissue. Don't quote me on this. I guess I got to run it by Coach Bermudez, who does tap in here occasionally. He'll catch me in the live. He'll be in the comments. I wanted to pull up on the panel. Next time you're up here, champ, because I'm going to be going, more often than not. I'm trying to do every day. I've done the most of the past 3 weeks. I said I've gone most of those days. So, the consistency is coming. But no, Coach Bermudez, if you want to pull up and talk on your boy, I'm not asking you to put nothing out there that you don't want to, but it would be great to get your insight, man. You're one of my connections in the game, and I salute you, champ. But yeah, okay, Rohan Polanco looking for the sponsorship, and he's still selling real estate, yeah, right, on the trunks. Oh, we got, my bad, Bob. I was going off. We got Jersey Bob in the building on a super late night hype because it's 9:51 out here. It's 12:51 out there on the east. What you got to say about it, champ? Anything I've been chopping up about?
So, first of all, the announcer said Keyshawn Davis from a fighting family. Unless his mother can fight, he the only one in his family can fight.
Oh, nigga.
His brothers can't fight. They ain't good. That was number 1. Number 2.
See, and I hate to even. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna let you go.
What? How much is dude charging for his trunks? Does it say?
Okay, hold on, champ. Let me put. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll down. Let me get back on the tab. different spots are worth different price things. So the belt line is a 25 hundo, right? And then each of the four quadrants, if you will, of his trucks, upper left, upper right, lower left, lower right, are worth 500 each. So I guess that's a grand total of 4,500. He's trying to sell
500. I'm trying, math teacher. I'm 500. What would you get?
100 total, but 500 a piece on the.
I'm just wondering. Now, no, if you spend $5, if somebody let's say you put CJ Rich on his trunks for $500, I wonder. You have to see who he's fighting because he might not be in the ring long. There's a lot of stuff dealing with this situation. You really got to check and be like, who's he fighting? Is he going to be in the ring long? Or is he going to get? You saw that knockout in 13 seconds
okay,
today.
Interesting. So yeah, I see what you're saying.
Why would I spend money and he gonna knock the dude out in the first round and I barely get any advertisement time? So
like
it's
ad
not
time. But if you on the contrary, if you're backing this dude and he's relatively unknown, I know him, I respect him, but he's relatively unknown to the casuals, and he goes out there and stunts like that, maybe that'll raise your stock because he was so impressive. So you got to consider that.
I just wonder, like if you and Marco put something on his shorts. I just wonder would people
Marco boxing
would
and
other
CJ
boxing
Rich.
people say something about it? You think somebody would say something like, "Look at this dude, Marco putting something"?
I might
Could you
even
get
drop
boxing
500.
contenders
That
to
would
talk
be a
about
good
it?
investment. I'm not even mad at that.
I just think I'm just things I
Hell
think about. I
yeah.
wonder if you
Yeah, it would be
could.
good
You
promotion.
think people would be like, "Yo, this dude, who's
Damn.
CJ Rich?" Could you get
Right.
like a showbiz
Exactly.
to be
Yeah, they
like,
would want to look into it. Damn. I'm gonna see if I can
I
reach
don't
Coach
know.
Bermudez. That's actually a brilliant idea. Because he's a coach, right? So I might be able to be connected and get that shit on there. Wow. That'll be amazing.
I mean, $500? I don't know. Would it be worth it? How many people gonna see the fight? I don't know. I mean, it could be interesting. If somebody's really trying to. I
Yo.
mean, it could be a worse way to spend $500. Maybe to
See, I
work.
don't have a direct line, but I can get in touch with them through Johnny, and then maybe that might work out. Damn, that's what's up, man. I'm gonna look into it. But yeah, definitely 500 is a small investment to be on like a worldwide stage. Shit.
But like I said, what is that fight gonna be on the zone? You say he's fighting in Puerto Rico.
Let me I want to confirm that. I don't want to put no fake shit in the air. Look it up. We talking about hold on. Hold it down for if you can give me like 10 seconds while I look up the details. Polanka. Yeah, I assume it's going to be the zone. But let me go ahead and confirm that. You have a subscription, Bob?
Yeah, I'm watching this Patty Donovan against Karen fight
Oh,
right
so you're
now.
watching that replay. Did you see it in real time and you're rewatching it, or is your
Nah,
first time seeing it?
I didn't see it first time.
Okay.
I just heard I was on Marco earlier was talking about how he got beat up. Karen got beat up. Got a woman ref in here.
Yo, someone said that's the baddest referee they ever seen. That was funny, man. Yeah, I heard that earlier. But yo. Okay, so you're checking that one out. Trying to find.
Yeah, I thought Karen. I didn't see. I'm assuming he lost, but I thought Karen would do
No, he
better.
did. He definitely did lose. I can tell you that. He
Well,
lost,
it's
and
only
it
the
was
second round.
surprising because yo, and this pertains to you because they was trying to take sauce off of Boots' record because everyone was saying, "Oh, Karen was a quality opponent," and the manner in which she got beat tonight might might I don't know. It goes against that argument. You feel me? I ain't gonna put too much on it, but how do you
I
feel about it?
mean,
Because
I'm
yeah,
looking
Karen.
at Billy Donovan's. I'm saying Billy Donovan. That used to be the head coach. Donovan, Patty Donovan's soft southpaw. Maybe that's the difference. Boots is
Okay,
not
that's something
southpaw.
we're
Could be
considering.
a
Yes,
different. I mean, now, yeah, dude. I don't know. This fight's in Germany.
yes. Yes, it is. I do know that.
I don't know why they were fighting in Germany, but anyway, I was watching the undercard, man. Man, I'm sorry. People like respect boxers, man. There was some dudes who could not fight on this card. Did you watch this undercard?
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah, I
being
definitely.
serious, man. Everybody like you gotta be in the ring. I don't have to be in the ring to look and watch some dude can't fight. Man, there's some guys on here, man. They had some heavyweights on here. I guess it's the heavyweight, man. They had some dudes that have no business being in the boxing ring. So I'm supposed to
No, for
respect that. Some dude can't fight, out of shape, shouldn't be in the ring, gets in the ring, and I'm supposed to be like, wow, he got in the ring. I respect. No, I don't respect that. Honestly, seriously, you shouldn't be in the ring.
hold on, Jen. I mean, you got to have some kind of guts to get in the ring in the first place. I'm not saying say he's a great fighter, but you got to have some courage to get in the ring in front of the public. No,
Did you see the dude had not done 13 seconds?
he still had the nuts to get up there, man. I got to
Man,
give him
listen,
some,
I might not be
even
a
if it's
fighter. I ain't getting knocked down in 13 seconds because I ain't. I'm coming
well,
out there cautious. Like I'm not. I'm not. Like I said, I might not win, but I
mhm.
ain't coming out there. You ain't getting me on me in 13 seconds. If you run up on me, you know what I'm saying? I'm grabbing. I'm doing whatever. This dude got hit with the first punch and got knocked out. That's bad.
Hey, he did it like my
For real, he
Mike
got hit with
Tyson.
one punch and that joker was
Uh,
out.
Mike Tyson, baby.
And the dude that hit him wasn't in the best of shape. Maybe he can fight. I couldn't tell it was one punch. But I
Yeah,
was
you
just
really
like,
didn't
man,
get enough sample size. That's funny though. Okay, I still gotta say he got the nuts to get in there. Maybe he was down on his luck. Maybe it was like a Rocky story, and it just ended up with the sad ending instead of the happy ending that Rocky always got. But hey man, shout out anyone
and the
who's
last thing
willing to
on that,
get in.
it should have been one of the
Yeah.
quickest knockouts in history because the announcer said it was true. He's like, why is the ref counting? My man was laying there like he was dead, and the ref counting. Like, yo, what are you doing,
Yo,
man?
okay, hold up, champ. I want to get your opinion on this. I'm not sure if I heard it so far because I made a similar argument on Marco's channel earlier this week that if the ref had waved it off when Wilder knocked down Fury in that first fight, in the first one, right? I don't say 11th round, something like that. No one would have had a problem with it if he waved it off immediately. So, where do you land on that, champ? Do you agree with me, or do you think? I don't know.
I
I
don't
heard
because it's Tyson Fury.
uh,
This
man.
dude, whoever he was, I don't even know what his name was. He was some no-name fighter who, like I said, probably shouldn't even be a professional boxer. Just to be honest,
Mm.
that yeah, wave that off, man. Get him out the ring for real. But Tyson, you gotta give him a chance. But this dude, whoever he was, no, just wave that thing off, get him out the ring, and hopefully he never fights again. But nah, you
Uh,
can't wave it off on Tyson Fury. You got to give him a chance.
I wouldn't have
That's
had no
that's a
problem
totally
with it.
different
And
level.
I think you're looking real quick, not to cut you off, but I think you're looking in hindsight. Like I don't think people would have had a problem with it in general because you wouldn't have known the outcome. No one would have predicted him at that point, like when his ass hit the canvas, no Tootie. No one would have predicted that he was going to get up. So if the referee waved it off, I think people would be like, okay, that's fair. I mean, he got flatlined. You know what I mean? We know Wilder's legendary punching power. He not only hit him with the right, but he followed up with the hook, if you recall. And he looked like he was out of there. So I'm just putting it there. And I'm not even a Wilder fan like that. But I think in real time, no one would have had a problem with it. But yo, shout out to you for pulling up. What do you think? Since you the Jersey dude, we're just gonna freestyle from here on out. What's the game plan for Shakur? What do you want to see him do? What do you think he will do? What's his next step?
Uh, uh, man, it's tough. There's not many prospects. Um,
Well,
knowing him, hit 135. I mean, only if he could get them fights. What I would want him to do is fight like Morataya.
mm,
Um, that would be that belt. Who else got a belt at 135? I can't think who else got a belt. Fight Muay Thai, beat him because you would. Right now, you don't really have a fight. Take his belt at 135. At 140, um, man, who's? I mean, none of them dudes I think can beat him, but I'm trying to think who would be the most interesting fight. I really don't think any of them guys can beat him. I'm just being honest. They just none of them dudes at 140 I think has a chance. Um,
Well, let me respond like this, champ. I'm glad you brought up both weight classes because before I give you my opinion, I want to know which weight class you think he's more likely to pursue for his next fight. Let's just talk on a one fight basis. Do you
uh,
think he's going to go
I think he's probably
135?
gonna do 140. Now, who is he
Yes,
gonna
I
fight?
agree. I don't see him going back down. Thank you.
But who do
Yeah.
you see him fighting?
Okay, champ. Let me put it like this. I think Matthias would be a great showcase fight, stylistically. You know what I mean? He still has some sauce on his name. Former champion in his own right. That'd be a good name. Um, who else is at 140? People say that's the most heated division. I strongly disagree. I think 154 is by far. But yeah, off the top of my head, I think Matthias. Again, I just that
What's
topic came into the top of my head. So yeah,
what's his name from Baltimore area? I can't think. All the brothers got the same name. Like he,
so
I mean, uh,
wait. Who are you talking about?
his brothers trained him. They all got the
Gary
same name.
Anton Russell.
Yeah, yeah.
Gary Anton Russell.
I mean, I don't think he has any chance of beating Shakur, but maybe him. But I just don't see him. I mean, he already lost to Puello,
Yeah.
so I don't see him beating Shakur. Puello's all right, but none of them guys can. They don't have it. They ain't got it to beat Shakur.
Hmm.
Puello, Matias, none of them guys can beat him. Uh, Paul already got a fight, so he can't wait on him. That'll be too much long. It take too
Right.
long
That
because
was
Paul got a fight
a fight
coming up.
coming up very soon. Yeah.
Um, Definitely don't want to see him fight Loma. That's a waste.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold
Waste of
on. Hold on.
time. He
I need you to
destroyed
unpack that.
Loma.
You can't just skim over that as a
Destroy
Jersey
him.
resident.
It's not
Why
even a
don't you
close
want to see
fight.
him fight Loma?
That's 12-0 in the making. Not even close.
Oh.
Guy's
Oh, you
coming
wouldn't
off the
enjoy it as a
layoff and
fan. You think he
injury.
would wash him out like that? Hold on, champ. Let's go one at a time.
Easy.
You think Shakur
Easy.
will wash Loma? Hold
And
on.
when he
Y'all got it
beat,
first from Dirty Bob. He said, like, put him in the tub. Rub a
not
dub
even
dub.
entertaining too.
He said,
So it would be
yeah.
worse because everybody be like, he's so boring. It would make it even worse because he would just it would be unentertaining. I would be unentertained either. I think it'd be that easy. Sorry, just I think it'd be that
I think you
easy. I don't
semi
think it'd be
wilding out.
close.
Well, let me say it like
Yeah,
this. I want to translate to the audience. He said, "Put the rubber ducky in the tub, rubber dub dub. Put the Johnsons,
yeah,
no sting. Oh man, all the
yeah,
baby, the bubble bath, all the fixings, man. Go to Bed Bath and Beyond and put one of them in there. That's what Jersey Bob said. He said he would wash them. I cannot. I disagree. I think that would be a good test. I don't think it would be exciting, so to speak, but it would be a great test for him.
So
Wow.
I'm just be I ain't say you think Loma would win 2 rounds? You think he can win
Yeah,
2 rounds against Shakur?
definitely.
I don't see
Yeah,
it. I
yeah,
don't see him
man.
winning a round, not a round, not even
Uh,
close.
ooh, okay, you're coming in
How
spicy.
long has it been since he fought? The dude with had injuries. Come on, he's he don't
Not
want that.
around. It's crazy.
Not around. He's done.
Oh my goodness.
Another one. He's done. I don't know why he's coming back, but hey, he better
Hey,
choose. He better not choose Tank, and I'm not even a Tank fan. But Loma better not get in the ring with Tank either.
and see, that's a more interesting stylistic matchup to me as a boxing fan. You know, the counter puncher, the dude that's efficient versus the footwork, the high level IQ. They both got pretty high IQs. They just apply it in different ways. That's the fight I would prefer to see. But yo, let's that remains to be seen. Yeah, let's talk about
Uh,
that.
I think Loma's done. I really think the man's done. I think Tank, even though Tank is a retired fighter, really, he's knocking Loma out. He's gonna knock Loma out. So that's one of the few guys Tank probably could beat. I'm
What,
not I'm not
what
feeling
would it
Tank,
pass?
but that's a dude at least Tank wouldn't be scared of because Loma ain't got no power.
That's very true. That's
And
a
he's
good point.
coming off a layoff and he's old. So
And if
Tank
it,
will be
that might
confident.
be the perfect timing, right? That might be the formula. Hey,
Yeah,
great
but
great insight.
I think Tank's not gonna fight dudes like he'll never fight Lamont Roach again. Never. And that just shows
That's
you
so
about
disappointing.
his character.
Okay, I know you don't like shout out to Pastor Bob or Sunday school teacher Bob. I know you don't like the cursing, but is that or is that not bitch made shit? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Lo-
yes.
Not oh my god. It's
He won't.
cowardice. I'll
I
put it
know
like
he
that.
won't fight. We know he won't fight Roach. We know it. He will never get in the ring with that man.
This is insane, man, because he's not even. Again, I got to know Roach through ProBox, and then I around the clock and saw his other shit. But I saw the nigga on ProBox, and Tank's supposed to be that nigga, the money man. Oh my god, see, I'm getting loose now. But yeah, Tank for being you wanted to be the face, nigga, and you didn't make it. You didn't quite make it because you was on some bitch made shit, man. You bent the knee, and everyone knows that Roach got robbed. And again, this is the motherfucker that came from
Yeah.
ProBox. Oh my goodness. Okay, see, I'm getting worked up now. Shout out to everyone in the
Yeah,
building.
'cause
Please like and subscribe. Just having a
Tank
relaxing
is
talk. But
like
yo,
I said, Tank
that's
will
very
fight only certain people. Tank is not fighting. He's not fighting Shakur. He's not fighting Devin. He's not fighting Rose. But Loma, he would gladly take that fight. He would take that fight in a second because he don't believe Loma has any power,
no.
and he don't think Loma can beat
I
him.
believe you. Yeah. I'm feeling that, man. That's a great argument. Like all the things lined up. You said he's old, long layoff, and doesn't have the power. Yeah, exactly, man. I couldn't agree more. Good insight, Bob. Shout out to Bob for pulling up. Anyone else want to hit that link? Feel free. I know it's on the late night. I should be back to the regularly scheduled program, but I can't let Marco go on for 10, 12 hours, stop me from doing my own thing. So shout out to Bob for pulling up. But yo,
All right, I'll
okay,
hit you
okay.
back. I got I got finished washing the dishes. That's really why I'm awake. I'll hit you back. I'm up
Hey,
late
matter of
washing the
fact,
dishes.
I'm finna put a bow on it. I'm gonna put a bow on it. All right, shout out to you. You gotta take care of home
Yeah, I'm
business.
still
But
listening.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, no. I'm saying to the audience and to you that I'm going to put a bow on it. I'm starving like Marvin, and I want to maintain a decent time. I don't want to be up to like 2. I want to be able to come at y'all at the regular time, which is 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Probably be in the midst of some fights, right? So we gonna do that together. Shout out to everyone who pulled up. Please like, subscribe, share my content, let people know about it. And if you feel so inclined, hit that cash out bottom of the screen, $ CJ Rich 2026. Shout out Jersey Bob for pulling up, and I'll see y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. It was fun. Peace out.